CashTokens Web Wallet. So you have coded up probably the first, I would say, actual wallet to support the upcoming upgrade to CashTokens, which is on May the 15th, so 23 days away from the day of recording. And that was letting people experiment and play around with it on the chipnet, on the test network before it went live. So explain this project. Why did you decide to do this, and how's it been going so far?
Yeah, so mainly because when nobody was doing it, so I saw an opportunity to create something cool. And yeah, so I would say that was the main reason. I'm also thinking about like integrations into the future, because some projects would like unique, for example, a tokenized AnyHedge would have to have a unique integration into the web wallet, something like that. And I saw the opportunity because apart from with this mainnet.js library, they added CashTokens support. So it was not that hard for me to start building with it. So I owe a huge debt to him, because alone it would have been a lot more work. So I was able to piggy bank on the work of others. So because he made a cool library and then he implemented the CashToken support, but nobody did anything with it. So I was like, this is very unfortunate. Why is it that hard to use? And then I tried it, and it was actually very easy to use. I also found some bugs and some missing features, but I kept into contact with him, and now the library is even in a better place than before. And yeah, the web wallet is working great. So I'm actually very glad with how it turned out. I think it's mostly finished. I'm not planning to do any major changes before just porting it over to mainnet. Probably the one thing that's still missing is easy denomination in like dollars, so that you can just send $5. Currently, it's denominated in either Satoshis or Bitcoin Cash itself. So a small UI tweak, but and maybe even, like you mentioned, to make it even simpler to create tokens, because creating tokens is easy, but attaching the metadata is still like a bit of a complex process. Like you can figure it out if you take your time, but it's not as easy like for non-technical people, because they need to learn about GitHub gist and like JSON format, and maybe some using a code editor to check the format is right, or so not the easiest yet.
Yeah, because obviously everybody in the community has been super excited about this upgrade coming up, and I think we all should be, but I think it's also very important to emphasize the fact that this is not sending the price to the moon overnight, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very exciting, and over the long run, it's going to make a titanic difference. People will be able to see in 2 years or in 5 years, how incredible it is. I don't think that's all empty hype.